Here we go then. Cyberpunk 2077. Yes. We played this just 2 evenings ago, and it was intended to be a full-on knockabout evening, but some very serious business happened at the beginning with a phone call from Judy Alvarez, who stumbled across Evelyn Parker in a lifeless situation. So that's another character that we've lost. So that was a jolly way to... I didn't even get inventory management started, did I? Yeah, bit of a tricky way to start the stream. After that, just absolute woeful attempts at stealth in local crimes, and I just ended up punching criminals in the throat. But we had a lot of fun, and towards the end of the last stream, I ventured out into the Badlands. I haven't been there since the very beginning of the game, and was just nosing around. We dealt with a cyberpsycho. There's another cyberpsycho in the area. There's a gig to do. Spend some time outside of the big city and see what's going on. That's the plan. That's what we'll do this evening. And if something crops up along the way, then so be it. We'll just vibe it for a little bit, and then we'll get back into... Why have I played that again? Anyway, enjoy reading that, won't you? As I light this up. No Sarah Krakowski anymore, by the way, folks.
Hey, you! Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Bye-bye, Doc Paradox. Ah, yes, we had the sandstorm. And this bit. Isn't this where we came in? Amazing. How's that inventory looking? Shall we manage it? Yes. There was a Ripperdoc around here as well, right? So that'd be a cool dude to visit. Look at this. I've got all the weaponry. That's almost $1,000. Damn. Maybe I should start selling some of these things off instead of constantly breaking them down for pieces. 471 versus 430. Thermal burn. Oh, burn chance. Yes. But that's got crit and bleeding, so they're both kind of good. The Overture Power Revolver. Lots of mod slots, which is kind of a thing worth hanging on to. $12 bonus ricochet, 14 bonus ricochet. Really should start thinking about selling some of this stuff off, you know, instead of breaking it down. I'll break this piece of shit down, though. Ooh, the claw. It chooses who will live and who will die. That's kind of powerful. Pants. Hey, look at these red kicks. Some of those things. Hello, I can speak. Some of those things should be tucked away. I get the feeling I'm not really going to be doing much with this. It really needs to go into the stash more than anything. Some of the dupes I could probably deal with. But that's kind of it, isn't it? Old. Worn. They're all the same. Would you prefer old or worn, sir? Worn would suggest vintage, but they don't weigh anything. They're less than 1. But put them together and they're 1.8. Hello, I'm still here, by the way. Geez, whatever. Okay, my head's not really into picking through all this stuff at the moment. So I'll tell you what I will do for the time being. I've got 4 of these, so I'm just gonna Take one of those right now. Now I can carry a total of 504 weight measurements, whatever you want to call them. A quick look in the Wii upgrades, though. How about that? Is there anything in my possession that I would like to upgrade at this time? I tell you what. Where's Skippy? Skippy's here, right? Just keep upgrading. Neo pounds. Yes, good. Thank you. Perfect. Euro and dollar has already been taken up, so pound, in terms of both weight and currency, was just sitting there, ready and waiting to be adopted. Can I upgrade this? Holy moly, yes I can. Up to 805. Wow, dude. Let's go. Let's upgrade the katana. Flippin' heck. Slay. Quite literally. Undiscovered, which is... Was it the cyberpsycho or... It was. Right, we're going to do a cyberpsycho, and we're close to a gig after that. So 1-2 punch, that's what's coming up. Well, there is that over there. But I've made a decision. Cyber kilos for the Europeans. It's weird, like, for as long as I've been alive, in terms of like a person's weight, stone and pounds. More of the young'uns are definitely kilo minded. Height, feet and inches. I think that sticks. I don't think too many of the British younglings are into metric for measuring people's height. I still think they operate in feet and inches, but it's also inconsistent. But you know, Brexit because pints. Yes, mate. Drown your sorrows in pint glasses, not 530 something milliliter receptacles. No. That's for pussies and woke people. Just working through some things there. Forgive me. Right. I guess 568. Thank you very much. I couldn't remember the exact number. If you hadn't noticed, I'm busy streaming. I can't do maths.
What?
Indeed. Okay, let's hit the road, Jack. 2 clicks to a cyberpsycho rendezvous. This isn't the new Silent Hill game, by the way. We're just in a sandstorm. This isn't actually too bad. I'm starting to pick up vehicles now that I'm thinking, you know, whoa, dollop of sunshine. That's interesting. Where am I visiting? Okay. Motel. Yeah, I'm getting vehicles now where I'm thinking, oh, this would have been good in Claire's races. Well, there is a mission that involves going to the afterlife, so we may have an encounter with Claire when we get there. If we ever get there. Should we ever get there. Boy, I sure hope this sandstorm clears by the time I get to my location. Otherwise it's going to be kind of difficult. Clicks there for the Americans, that's right. I look out for my my fellow humans. Well, that was rude. I wasn't expecting to come across some hostile people. They're there for a local a local crime reason, so we can go around. It's fine. I'll do that. I'll save my local crime store later, thanks. Crunch! Whee! We're spinning today, baby. Here we go. Message from Regina Jones. Hey, Raffens are hunting someone out in the Badlands. I guess that might have been the local crime folks that we just came across. Heard it might be a cyberpsycho. Try and get there first, and as usual, try and get them alive. Apparently it's some fresh fanatic converting Raffens in a pretty gruesome way. Watch your back. He might have military training. Witnesses claim they saw a silent old man wandering the Badlands, leaving a trail of bodies behind him. Okie dokie. This is the one. We're very close. Okay, here we go. We've got to search for clues. There are some bodies. 1, 2, looks like 3. So I guess we start at this car, right? And we follow the bods. Wraiths. It's an all-wheel drive Quadra Type 66 Reaver. Deceased Raffen Shiv, cause of death, wound from a sniper caliber round. Okay. Alright. We've been warned. Hey, yo, got anything in the back? Oh, man. Nice, though. For fun. Why are you covered in chili? Did you miss a bit? Tire tracks. Crash tracks. From a pickup truck. Footprints. Traces left by a person running. Another sniped Raffen. Visibility here is a bit of an issue. I'm going to expect there's going to be higher ground. That I'll have to watch out for. Hello there, etc., etc. Fresh tracks. And then over here. Another body? Indeed. Ah. Just make out some fire over there. Right, okay. More tyre tracks. Just one car on fire today, is it? It's a Thornton Colby Revenant. All-wheel drive. Another deceased Raffen Shiv. There's a lot of them here, and they've left some of their things. Hello, what's this? Is it like a suspicious entrance to a cave? State of it. Blood? Bits of sick? Here we go, it's a painting.
Who would have thought? Oh, fuck.
Okay, I've been spotted. Okay, so sniper rifle. Naturally causing a lot of damage. Somehow I need to figure out their location. I don't have currently a sniper rifle on me to fire back. Nor would I have good visibility. Of course, killing them is not how we do things. Curious about that now. So how do we solve this problem? Because I need to make an approach here without being fired at. 150 meters is a long way. Back to the car. He's got good range. Okay, back to the car. And to the stash. I don't think Sir John Falstaff is really going to be helping us in this situation. Now, I do have a sniper rifle. It's not particularly powerful, though. Maybe some way down this the flipping list here. Assault rifles, here we go, sniper. Look at that. 230.9, flipping heck. I'll chuck that over. I will still need decent visibility though to... Oh no, here we go. The 05, that's what I was thinking of. I could modify it with to be non-lethal, actually. Yeah, non-lethal headshots from a sniper rifle. That'd be great. I've got knives and things I could throw. In the cyber deck, we probably wouldn't want to induce suicide, but a cyber whale malfunction, something which freezes them in combat would be good, right? Weapon glitch. Ping I'll need. Whistle I won't. Is that the best? So we could swap that with maybe... short second. It won't need whistle. Maybe weapon glitch. But I need to... I would have to get near enough to them to even get that to work. There you go, look. Pax renders your weapon non-lethal, allowing you to damage enemies without killing them. This could actually be useful for this. We'll stick that in there for now. No doubt, this cyberpsycho will be in a location where they have 360-degree view. But we've followed the clues and led us into trouble. We find another route and maybe hope that this storm dies down. Then maybe we have a chance. Oh, I just missed it. Don't think I'm going to be able to make this work, right? On the ladder? No. I want to get up there and then use the sniper rifle. Let me see if I can actually move this car now. Damn it. Bomb. That's it. That's it. Come on. The other way around, right? Come on, video game. No, it does not accept that that ladder can be grabbed. Shame, because if I could have got up there, I could have had a go. That's as close as I can see through the scope. You're joking? Okay, now I have to have half a chance of being able to move this car. Beep, beep, bong. Perfect. This is they made this well. Vasquez Paez. That's the lovely Judy. Yes, he is on one of those. Oh no. Mines? There are mines here? Right, let's look at the map. There's that gig there, look. Now, if this guy is looking out in this direction, because that's where all the things leading up to him were, is there some way that we could sneak up quietly without being seen? I'm not sure, but we'll give it a go. And if this flipping storm could stop at any point...
So, as much as I need you for this new gig, I know you need the adrenaline hit even more. There is a car sitting in the middle of a minefield out in the Badlands. I need you to grab it for me. The chances of you exploding aren't zero, but let's face it, isn't life one big minefield anyway?
Ah!
Details are in the attachment.
Judy really wants to talk. So, yeah. Danger, mines. That is literally the other thing for Dakota I need to do. God damn it. I'm kind of busy right now. Right. Retrieve the abandoned car from the minefield and deliver it to Dakota at a place somewhere. Badlands are peppered with disarmed minefields from 2071. Though after several folk were dislegged by these disarmed mines, most decided to steer clear of these areas. Except for smugglers. That's where some of their routes are. Risky but brilliant. Why would anyone guard the border when the mines practically do that job? A smuggler and his rig got stranded out there. Maybe the tank went dry. Maybe he had Russell. Or maybe he set out on some vision quest. What's important is I don't know the routes these fellas run, and they're getting dropped in my lap. Get me the stranded vehicle. I know some nomads who'd pay handsomely for the GPS. All right. Well, I'm kind of want to do this, but I can do that after. Okay. All I need to hope for is that there aren't mines over here. Hello, mines. So, the bargain, as I said, is that the cyberpsycho isn't looking behind and is only focused on the trap they think they've clearly set. The closer we get, the more this sandstorm sort of becomes easier to see through. Maybe we have a hope. Now distractions are appearing. A floodlight. Something I can't make out. Another floodlight. However, it is now possible to do the breach protocol and get the discounts on the ping. So being just under 100 meters away is starting to be useful. Okay. I have to burn that BD 55 or 55. There's the 7A. Yep. There are the discounts. So now, ping costs 1 instead of 2. Sadly, not close enough to specifically mark out the location. Try that again, please. No, it's not. It's not really working at this distance. Okay. Ah, now there's cover. Now there's shelter. Right. Now we have something to work with. There he is. There he is. There's cameras. Excellent. There's your man. He is absolutely looking the other way. Surveillance camera. Let's go. Right where the ladder is, right? This is where I'd be climbing up. I can see 2. Don't deactivate them. Put them in friendly mode. They treat your enemies as their enemies and assist in combat, whether you are in combat or stealth. It's just... turn the tools against him. Right. That's 1 security camera. Maybe there's a second the other side. Looks like the storm is clearing, actually. This may or may not be a good thing. There's V. What else we got? We got floodlights here. Mines, yeah. They could be turrets too. can disarm them remotely, so if I can spot where they all are... that'll help a lot. Now what I hope... is that there would be another camera the other side, but it appears not to be the case. Right, locked door. Here's what I want to do. Really? I would have loved to have got on that roof. The other thing that I can do is to start picking these off. The ones that I can see, anyway. They're not working. Is that one down now? Yeah, if they're white, they're down. So this didn't work. Did I stop looking at it? Is that it? Okay, that's disarmed. Okay, that one's out. Yeah, it's looking over that way. Could be some more distractions. Indeed. Is that 2 underscores? Amazing. Thank you for the follow. I am currently super stealthing, or trying to, with a cyberpsycho here out there in the Badlands. He's armed with a sniper rifle. Making sure I can deactivate these mines as I go. Is there a limit at how many things that I can hack that can be hacked at the same time? No, I don't think so. Right, here we go. That I think I might just disarm. So a lot of the nearby mines have been deactivated. That broken down car, right, if that's set to distract, then he would continue to look out that way. That's the only surveillance camera up there, I think, which is on the opposite side. Now, if I used If I use this as a distraction, maybe he would walk from there to there? Maybe? I don't know. It seems quite far away. But if he did that and I couldn't be seen, I could then look at him from the camera, maybe disarm him with quick hack, and then go up. Just to secure the situation. Oh, I think I might give that a go. Ironveed, thank you for confirming you're human. That's always nice as well, just speaking up in chat. Appreciate that, thanks. Thanks for checking out the channel today. I hope you're doing all right. Let's see if this works, right? Is that too far away? It might be. Yeah, because he's still standing around there. I may just have to stealth it around. Okay. AOV, where are you climbing with? Okay, deactivated. Friendly mode. Cyan Wild. He's only a 3-star, so I should be able to take him down. Should just be able to sneak up behind him and take him down unchallenged. Hey, yo, dickhead. That's it. Sleep, sleep, sleep. Sleep. Teabag. And job done. So, he was out here shooting somewhere out in the there we go, look. How could he see all of that through the sandstorm? That's where he was shooting me at, just this bit over here. Doing this. Pew, 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 like that. Probably with a better scope. Which I'm hoping I'll be able to take from him. Anyway, power precision rifle. That's what he has. And this, I have seen the light. I know many of my old brothers in arms wander this life aimlessly, living hand to mouth while their souls slowly disintegrate with apathy. That is why I am writing this, to provide reassurance. Your purpose is right in front of you. You just haven't perceived it yet. Today I went through a difficult test, but I came out alive and now my life makes sense again. It all started with a job from the VDBs. Probably won't be getting too many more of those jobs, to be fair. Seems straightforward at first. For an old dog like me, it's as easy as aiming and pulling the trigger. I did a quick recon and that same day confirmed a mission completion. Then something strange happened. Instead of receiving my payment, an effervescent life filled my vision. And before me appeared the guardian of the border between the living and the dead. To my friends who live in destitution, do not lose hope. The day will come when you too will be put to the test and given a second chance as I have. Do not waste the opportunity. Once more, we will fight side by side. I am now opening the path to the sacred land with sacrifices to the lower gods. Join me. Okay. Seems odd. Hello, V. Does anyone know here know if you need to reach a certain level to be able to get legendary clothes? For sure. For certain, for 100%, I'm going to say I don't know that. I reckon it could be a combination of your street cred and the level that you have. One thing, I don't know how far you are into the game. The way I've been playing it, and I'm probably about 100 hours into it, the way I've been playing it is a couple of main story things, and then I just spend ages knocking about on the map, doing NCPD stuff, side job stuff like that, which has kind of done the grinding work on the street cred stuff at least. I could suggest that as a possibility. And there are things, I don't know if I've got anything that's attached anymore. It was on one of my jackets or something, or maybe my footwear. Let's see. Yeah, look, here we go. On this jacket that I picked up, a legendary jacket, I believe I added a street cred mod. So your XP gain will be increased by 5.5%. 35 on street cred. See if you can mod up some clothes to really ramp up how the street cred increases, and that might push it there. I reckon it's probably a street cred thing. Like if level and then the perk points that come off the back of that is all about your character build, street cred more related perhaps to the XP side of things, it's probably just about your clout. So maybe that has something to do with it. Panda, hello, welcome on in. I wonder, Panda, if you've been playing any of the Dead by Daylight special event, the barbecue doobry, whatever it's called. If you've had a go at that yet. Oh, you were? Excellent. Now, what was I doing? I was going to call this thing in. Regina. Second chances. Here we go. Managed to incapacitate our guy. Name's Xeon Wild. Had some burnt out military grade combat implants. Plucked the victims from Raffen Shiv so that lower gods would open up his passage. Just some more fiber could have helped there. Anyway, there we go. We'll send that on and see what reply we get. Here we go. Looked up I did Zion, obviously. I said Xeon. Zion Wild, and dug up a list of military ops he took part of. Urinating on City Hall. There we go. Good job. Well done. We should all have a go at that. Eventually, he ended up somewhere in Pacifica doing odd jobs. Conversion must have happened recently. Okay. That should be the payout. There it is. 3,490. Getting closer to level 31. Job complete from NCPD. I should probably just double check the situation with the mines. I think it's okay now. I think they're all disarmed. Should be able to spot them all from here. Yeah, there weren't too many. Couldn't afford too many mines, huh? Loser. Hello. Oh, that's it. Thanks for the info. You're welcome. You're welcome. It's as much as I know. I'm no expert. Worst comes to the worst, IGN have like a really good wiki/guide for a lot of big games, including Cyberpunk. So that could be worth a look, just to confirm suspicions. I think then. Oh, that's still going yet. He didn't even hear it. Broken down car. That's disabled. So there would have been... Had I got this far, there would have been cover. I see how this game has designed this confrontation. As it was, I think turning up during a sandstorm was ill-advised. What I can do is go to where those bodies were. and get the freebies. Started playing the game a few days ago. You finished the main story already. Ha! I've barely started. Where are we now? $93 hours, 49 in. There we go. $45, 15, 20. Have yet to do the thing with Rogue. Have yet to lean on the barrier and wait for Takamura. Holding that stuff off. Big time. Just recently, over the last week or so, the main job related to Evelyn Parker and the Voodoo Boys, we did. And that kind of story sort of wrapped itself up on Tuesday. To the point where actually we've got messages from Judy. We should see what she has to say, actually. Here we go. There's an ad break at the moment, so I'll take my time with this. I'll have some more tea. Not the perfect temperature now, actually. I would say actually a bit cold. What can you do? It was that cyberpsycho. Took all of my attention. Emptied out the portion of the brain dedicated to tea desire, and instead it was all about this flipping sandstorm. How am I going to dodge this? Green tea is very lovely, but it does not taste the same when cold. I might as well have just had earth juice. Anyway, here we go. Judy says, "Hey, buried Eve today. Columbarium near North Oak. Thought you might want to know." That seems like the first thing that I would say, but I would follow it up with the second. But I know how scripting of these things work. I have to choose one. So let's say this. How do you feel? I did get thoroughly shit-faced today. You know what? Understood. Understood. Get that face shat on. With booze, not with actual feces. That would be, well, look, I'm not going to judge, but, you know, booze would probably be cleaner. Any other conversations here before I duck out? I think that's it, isn't it? Yeah. Here we go. Hey, here we are. Ammo. Hey, nice. Components. You see, what I did there was I stepped in the fire, and that was a bad idea. What's in here? Why can't... Hello? Why can't I get to... There's a health kit or something in there, right? How can I... If I jump up and down on the cart, will it move? No. No, it's well, that's one thing I can't get then. What? Oh, look, a sniper rifle. Ah, had I got this far, I could have got this thing. I understand. Heavy-duty punk fleets. Stamina booster. a second sniper rifle, ammo, crafting spec, 90... See, if I came here, this would have helped a bit. $94, but I was getting shot at, so I had to move. So these would have been the mercs, right? To try and get this guy. What kind of a name? And again, I'm being judgmental. Kung Lucas. It sounds like a sex act. And a sweet chrome cock is being discussed. What is this game? Saying some stuff about how the lower need sacrifices to get him to the sacred place. There we go. So, just for... Oh, jeez. Right, do not stand in that. What? Right, cinematic crouching. Is there an angle? These stupid bin bags. No. I can't move them. Yeah, right, okay. I should probably try that again. As it ricocheted off. Cemented to the ground. I've got no chance. Whatever is in there isn't actually that important. It's probably going to be a max dock. I've got 322 of those. I can probably do without another. But it's the fact that when I want to loot everything, and I cannot loot everything, I sad. Shame that. Have I finished the fights? Beat on the brat. So I have... I've got the final. I've got the final fight to do. I was only contacted about that on the last stream. So that, yeah, I've one more of those to do. I got the gorilla arms. Yeah. Pew pew. They've been fun to use. Do you know what? That's a thought. Yes. Yes. Right, so let's review the evidence. Grenades did not touch those bin bags. Fiery arm gorilla fist time did the job. It's, yeah. Like I said, I have plenty of those. But I guess I'll have some more, thanks. Can't punch these people. Anyway. Two-and-a-half-year-old game, this. Maybe the big update will fix stuff that they haven't spent the last 2.5 years getting to the bottom of. We'll see. The Candy Vandals. Shirley stole my boyfriend. Is that a hot new single dropping? Here we go. Here we go. Yes. Oh. This is almost like cow tipping. I won that fight. Well, I have to say, this all now that there isn't the sandstorm here, this all looks delightful. Do we deal with the gig while we're here? I guess we do, right? Because I'm right in the neighbourhood. Can I climb up onto the roof? I don't think I can from here. Try as I might. Funnily enough, being up there might be useful. Let's give this a crack. Here we go. Whoop. Up, 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 up. So my car is parked where exactly? There. There it is. Out here. Side gig, landmines, etc. There's a car to recover. Is it this rock? But actually, it's a big tarp, and under there is a car. Find the vehicle. This is active, and there is a minefield. Here it is pictured. The minefield out in the Badlands is a legacy of wars long past. The mines were never cleared, meaning the field now serves as natural border protection. The only people who know how to cross it safely are smugglers. And this idiot, who will find out the hard way, probably. Here's Dakota Smith. I forget you can click on these things and get more information. You'll notice she doesn't go anywhere without her oxygen tank. She's been huffing pure oxygen for a few decades now. Yes, man. The high life. So we're we're off to the lion's den. I don't suppose we'll be able to make anything out from this distance. So the hard way it is. How do you think, in Veed, how do you think multiplayer would work? Are we looking at like a GTA Online sort of version of it? Because the way the story of this works, you couldn't do like a cooperative. It'd be fun, I suppose, if you could do the missions with, or the acts of the missions without the story element. Just so if you could relive those moments but have someone else shoot guns with you, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, breach protocol. Just to get us some discounts. Reduces quick hack cost. That'll be useful, right? Let's start there. 7A, 1C, and I'll need an E9 off the back of that. We should get the lot. There we go, both. Then ping. Drone. Peter Griffin. Want to get that marked out. Is there more than one? Could be more than one, right? So what I should do while I'm here then is change out the cyber deck. Very effective against drones. Bring that back into play. Okay, there's one less thing to worry about. Then we can start walking around and disarming the mines. Making sure that I making sure that when I do, I focus my attention on that area and don't stray too far. In fact, I might keep this active for now. Hello, what's this over here? Is that the drone I took out? Oh, that's the car. Right, okay. Lovely little farty sound it makes. They only cost 1 RAM. And they refill pretty quick. So if I just clear as much of the area as I can... Hang on a minute, did I might have activated that one by mistake. Right, we know where the car is. I don't know what the radius of these things are, so I don't want to get too close. So, in Veed, the single-player experience, the story mode, you really enjoyed that, though, yeah? Chain explosion would be great. Diana Ross sang about that. I think she got an early copy of Cyberpunk when it was in beta testing quite some time ago. Look, I've entertained myself there. That's all that matters. Misleading at first. When you progress, you start to enjoy it more and more. Yeah, I think that's fair. Ah, there's another one. There's another one. I thought there might be another. Yeah, it's protecting the car. Let's get this thing knocked out. It's going to use a lot of RAM. There we go. The RAM's already refilling nice and quick. Try and take out as many of these as I can. Hey. Hey, hey, hey. There we go. Ah, what's this? Is that one of the drones? 31-month sub anniversary. Oh, is that so? Some people don't get longer than a few hours subbed, so there we go. Grateful for a second. There, gratitude. It's the gratitude attitude. Hello, are you feeling okay? This guy's got a burrito. I'll eat that. 74 euro bucks and some ammo. So someone has tried their luck here and failed. Right, let's not get too cocky here. Trying to clear that path. Where was the drone I took down, actually? Look at me running around deactivated landmines with reckless abandon. Where was that to? Was it round... It must have been round these rocks somewhere. As the whole says in Veed, it was enjoyable. It could be boring at times. Some missions weren't as fun and as interesting as others. I guess not every single mission can be... Is that a spare? Yeah, not every mission can be a mind blower, I suppose. Right, let's get on the rocks. On the rocks. You did. Right. A lot of mines here. I don't need to do every last one, but clearing a path out of here would be really good. Is that a people? That is a people. We're just popping them all off here. Ran out of RAM. I need to wait a moment for it to charge up again. Won't take long. Won't take long. Can I get that one? Yes. Yes! Perk points for just deactivating mines one after the other. Give me prizes. Oh, that's a sign. So I've taken out 3 drones, and I've lost them every time. Right, okay, there's one. There's one which could be quite costly, so I will take that one out. Nick says those wind turbines look so cool. Why don't we have ones like that? Because they're future. These are all future ones. They haven't been invented yet. And then also, conservative voters would go, well, I don't want them in my backyard. It spoils the view of that bit. You know, that bit. Oof. Anything but that bit. Fallow farmland that hasn't been used in 2 decades. Yeah, that'd be terrible, wouldn't it? Here we go. What do we got here then? Item components. That's it. That's all I get. What a crock. Here's the car.
Another gonk who thought fate smiled on him.
Hey.
Probably smiling himself before he OD'd on Maelstrom's shipment.
It's what you get for sampling Maelstrom's supply. Strongest shit out there. Nothing else that can fire up their burnt-out synapses. Poor bastard. His output's probably out in Albuquerque waiting, unaware little Jiro's brain turned to jelly.
Jumping frog. Is that it? Anything else to say? No, you're just going to gently move your arms around still, though. Okay, what's this guy got? He's got some shoes. He's got 2,480 Eurobucks. And also a conversation. Horses are attracted to them and their heads get smashed off. That's it. Why do they have to make them such appealing shapes? Children will get addicted to smoking them. I said, what? Inveed asks, do I play, actually? No, have would be like, how long have you got? Do I play any other games? So, at the moment on stream, I'm playing Cyberpunk twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, and on Sundays I'm currently quite enjoying playing PGA Tour 2K23 with our charming golfer, Mr. Gareth Olfer, and people who tumble in on the stream on Sundays get to basically bet some of their channel points on whether I will have a good game or a bad game, effectively. So that's been fun. Other games that I've played recently, well, there was Fall Guys not that long ago I had a little stab at. Dead by Daylight I'll play on a semi-regular basis on here. But once it tends to be once I pick up a game and I'm not going to bin it, I'll stick with it until it's done, which is why I've been playing Cyberpunk for as long as I have, because I've really been enjoying it and just been throwing an awful lot of time doing the big stuff and then just knocking about and doing silly things. So I don't know what I would do once this is done. It would be a long time off. Before golf, there was F1. We did a full season of F1 22. Then we do it. What did we do last year? I think we squeezed in Silent Hill 3. We did Bug Snacks last year. Some puzzle games. Relicta was quite enjoyable, frustrating at times, but quite enjoyable. Yeah, mix of stuff. 5, they're talking about the queue. Mate, we're very far away from the queue here. Okay, what do we got? An archived conversation between Jero and Simona. This is the last run. Okay, through the minefield, right? They don't like it. They know the way by heart. Yeah, okay. And then something happens. Oh, no. Oh, that's just like that's. I thought he had a sausage on his back, but that's just the way the light is shining off a pool of blood. I understand. Okay, so this is the vehicle, but before I get in the vehicle and take it away, I could deactivate every last mine, but I would at least like to loot those other 2 drones. I'm effectively doing this for points. Are they deactivated or not? Oh, what? Right. It's pretty safe for me to walk around here. Where are these, Here we go. What's this? It's... common components. Drone? Oh, no, it's another person. Well. Bad day for you. Sniper rifle stuff. Booze, more booze, and bucks. Great games. Not usually a fan of story games. More FPS shooter. Enjoy it. Okay. Yeah. No worries. I think the thing with Cyberpunk in particular, right, is the way that you build your character, your V, is very much a personal thing. So there are, I think maybe in some of the main story stuff you're on rails a little bit, but some of the side jobs you've got ways and means of personalizing how you approach it. Early on, there was a side job where I had to I don't think it was rescuing someone, I think it was stealing some information. And I stealthed my way through most of the building and then snuck out. It was flipping great. I love that feeling of doing something behind the enemy's back and them just not having any idea. I said I wasn't going to do the whole field, but I'm getting close. Where... Oh, drones, man. Do I need to... kind of back out a bit so I can get a good view? Where did I start? This sign, right? I started here. Yeah, gigs. That's right. Something copped it here. Did I pick up the things? Did they disappear? What is the deal? No idea. Let's try these rocks. Pew. Whoop. Still so many mines. If I head towards that, I'm fine, right? Everything around there has been deactivated. Okay, I give up. I give up. Let's, wow, you're strong. Here we go. Right, where am I delivering? Check the map. Over that way. Okay, so... Oh, and then all the way to what's-her-face. Okay, yeah. I just need to be mindful that there could still be some mines there, so I might cut through this bit where I've been. Oh yeah, I can level up and stuff. No, thank you. Yeah, here we go. I remember that fire. I burnt myself on it. Yay, on the road. Let's go. Okay, so there's a local crime, and I think I'll have to deal with it. What's going on over here? Who have we got? 6th Street. Called 666th. Tiger Claws. And another. And another. Okay, breach. I don't think I've got anything that'll do that yet, 5. Uh, 1C to 55 to E9 to E9. Yes, man. Whoops! Well, I've announced my position. I know where they are. I've done that thing again with the clicking the scroll wheel by accident. This thing is deadly. Like one-shot downs. Have I got explosive bullets? Oh, they got homing bullets. Holy cow, this weapon! You say what now? Okay, he's good. He's protected somehow. I could chop him up. Yes, mate. Okay, he's too good. Oh, now the music plays. Sorry, does your face hurt? Can I help you with that? Maybe like this. Oh, where'd he go? Oh, there he is. These, all of these lot. One shot, bam, out of it. There we go. Counterfeit documents and an archive conversation. We'll have a quick look. They've got the Wraith. Steve. Hey, that's not my name. Gonk. He didn't expect a thing. He promised that they would have some fun. Two psychos. Blah 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 blah. Right. There you go. Have that. That's it. Nothing in there. What else we got here? Some medical gauze. I could probably do that. And in here we have... Ooh, fancy. A camo fold top. Look at the armor protection on that. Skill Shard Assault. That's learned. And another conversation. Shun Okada to Eiko Chiba. Mentioning the Steve guy. It's a message. Make it look ugly. Make it look like it was 6th Street. Do we want to start a war between them? Hence that stuff. Not sure it's authentic graffiti. Did they? They did. They stole one of their cars too. Nothing in there. I might need to tidy up. Now, that 5-0 actually good. Actually good. Let's just give this a go a sec. Can't chop the head off now. Strong neck. There you go. And we'll put you in here. Nice and tidy. There are 3 others. Can I don't know if that'll work. It's getting a bit dark out here. Ah, there is room. Okay. Bye. Apparently this area is still hostile. I'm not sure. Oh, is it because you're still conscious? Ah, yes. Well, I can solve that problem. Who does your outfits? How come I can't get the... What? I was looking in the wrong place. Okay. Hydrate. Wow, okay. Are you kidding? I can't even pick this dude up now. Hello? Oh, I guess you're hidden enough. Is there anyone else? I think the X's are all off. Yeah, that's it, surely. Alright. Local crime solved. Back on the road. And away we go! .22 in the PM. That's a shame. I took all the lights out. Horn still works. And the brakes are good. Making our way to the main road again? Yes, here we go. Take that. Here we go. Here's the view from inside, seeing as you've asked, 5. Nice steering wheel, huh? Yo, open up. There you go. Job done.
Well, well. These are the results I like to see.
Until
next time, sister.
You sure you want to see? Okay, thanks. Are you sure you're happy with this? And there's a door off. 3,580 Eurobucks there. When you first got in, it didn't look like the windscreen was see-through. No, they have like a little shieldy thing on them when they're off. Like this, look. See? So I think what the deal is that you're actually not looking through a window, you're looking through a screen. It's like, I guess, either a camera or maybe a gun. I'd say it was a camera. A lot of technology there. Militech special. But don't forget to keep clear of moving parts.
Hey, Judy. How you feeling?
Shitty, but something came to me.
Was it me?
So what did you come up with?
The Mox Dive, Lizzie's bar, used to be a joy house. Tiger Claws killed one girl too many, so people took matters into their own hands. Belongs to us now.
I hear that.
Clouds could stand to get the same makeover.
Sure you've thought this through, Judy? Carefully?
Haven't thought it through at all. All I know is the Mox didn't turn things around by sitting on their tanned and toned asses doing nothing.
Fair. At least they tanned and toned.
Got the Mox to agree to take over Clouds?
No, I'm trying to get you. Know someone at Clouds who'll take our side. Will you help?
Right this moment?
Fine. Got me on board.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so...
Yes!
What's the plan?
Okay, I'll do it.
First up, we gotta talk to Maiko Maeda.
Okay.
If she's not with us, might as well throw our hands up in the air.
Like, we just don't care.
Maiko Maeda? Who is she, exactly?
Girl who unofficially runs Clouds. Good at it, too.
What'd she do officially?
She's a doll, so she's a nobody.
Well, sure she would beg to differ. I mean, Evelyn Parker was a doll, right? She meant something to you.
Sure Maiko's gonna want to join forces?
If I was sure, I'd be on the hollow to her, and we wouldn't be having this conversation.
I see.
Let me rephrase. Any chance she'll slap us around and then shove us out her mega tower window?
Of course, sure.
Guess I can work with that? How well do you know?
Thanks, Wabbit, by the way.
Too well.
And welcome on in. Too well, huh?
When are we doing this?
Early morning. Clouds will be closed. Hardly a soul lurking at that time.
How early?
Before 8. I'll be by the entrance. No, scratch that. The balcony above clouds.
Oh, romantic.
We'll sneak in. No one needs to know we're there.
On the balcony. Got it.
Okay, well, I guess that is a more duty-related business I'll be doing then. Wabbit, welcome on in, and thank you for the follow, and for checking out the channel today. Now, before I was rudely interrupted by a phone call, like, look at this show-off. He's like, yeah, I'm standing on a whole bunch of cardboard. What of it?
I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
Of standing on cardboard, sir? You're doing it right now. So my other car is somewhere out there. So let's take stock of what just happened, right? We did a gig for Dakota. I guess that's our first of 9. Okay. There's another thingy over here. There was that Ripper Dock I was talking about that we should meet. If I wanted to sell guns, I could go there. A whole bunch of business that I've been ignoring in the main cities. We've been poking around here. Yes, it's a very good point. It's a very good point. The cardboard is the higher ground.
Hello there. I'm the good guy, Obi-Wan. I have the high ground and I will cut off both your arms and legs. Leave you for dead, of course.
Leave you for dead, of course. Yeah, then this thing's come up. We've got that message from Bart Moss. All these side jobs here. Ozo Bozo. Clown business. So many things going on. I wouldn't necessarily want to do the thing for Judy yet. I appreciate the phone call. I tell you one thing I should do. And that's this, right? I've got... Whoa! Hang on a minute. 3 perk points I can spend? Holy cow. Alright, so there's attribute and 3 perk points now. It's intelligence as is 11. Body, reflexes, technical ability, and cool are all at 10. Where next? The attribute. Strength, stamina, all of this kind of stuff is I think it's doing quite well. Obviously, I can become even more powerful, but I'm not suffering at this stage. Reflexes, movement speed and stuff, technical ability, cool, which is specifically awesome for stealth, which I've not been doing a lot of successfully recently. Although the cyberpsycho thing was okay. Where would I like to take this? Good for armor technical ability as well. Let's say tech. And then we'll think about these 3 perks. Right, tech is now at 11. Ninjutsu 10, Cold Blood 5, Breach 9, Quick Hack 11, Craft 8, Engineering 5, Handguns 8, Blades, what is that, 6? Assault 6, and 5 is across the board and body. Okay, let's take a look over here. What do we got? If only I remembered to block. Increase melee damage by 10%. Could be good. Full damage has not really bothered me much. Health regen, stamina turns me into even more of a bullet sponge, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Maybe damage. Let's keep going. And hang on a minute. Increases crit chance with shotguns and light machine guns. Now you're talking. Street Brawler. Now this, when we're thinking about the beat on the Brat final, this could be kind of useful. Defeating an enemy by performing a strong attack with a blunt weapon restores 10% stamina. Chance to apply stun, it's kind of interesting. Straight up increasing damage is kind of important too. Strong attacks. Increase damage by 1% for every 1% of missing health. Ooh. Man, choices. What's the big thing down here? Increase crit chance by 60% for 10 seconds after entering combat. Oh my god. So, are we more passive this side and more aggressive this side? How does this... No, it's a lot of this is passive, actually. I'm not sold, actually, by some of that stuff. Stamina cost... While blocking, maybe, actually. Maybe. How about blades? Not paid attention to that much recently. Successful counterattacks. Again, if only I remember to block. Strong attacks, 10% more damage. Dodging while wielding recovers stamina. Increases bleed by 3 seconds. Combos have a 15% chance to apply bleeding. Defensive attacks deal more damage. What would I like? Crit, bleeding duration, or an increased chance to apply bleeding? Increased chance. There we go. 330 or 336 carry weight, by the way. I am... Oh, really? No. Jeez, I thought we were going to... thought we were going to be in sandstorm territory again, but no, the game just did the thing that the game does. So, I think I am close to being over encumbered. There are maybe some things I could... I don't know, sell/break down. Could stash some other things. Honk honk. What will the car be today? What was it was the boot, wasn't it? Like sort of left in the middle of nowhere. Oh! It snuck up on me. So let's take ourselves here, actually, right? There's a drop point. We can sell some stuff off. We can even sell things at the weapon shop. So that would be a good place to go and consider my next move. What's over here? Have I been here? I feel like I've been here. Oh. Is that where I had to beat up 2 wee guys for somebody? We'll see. Bing, bing. Shall I try driving the whole way down in first person? It's not far. I thought those concrete barriers were actually the central reservation, but no. Very restricted view. Where's my turning here? Here it comes. No indicator. Is this inside or... Oh, it is. Hang on a minute. What? Oh, it's a car... Oh, it's a car park. I'm figuring the place out. It's, yeah. It's easier to do it this way. I can read the lay of the land a little better. Okay, here we go. It's on the outside. Okay. Rum. Drive how I like. Okay, I will. Thank you. He didn't mind.
Piss off, slacker! Another fucking weasel.
You said what? So rude. I might just stash some of these and make it like a problem for another time. That'll do. I've got some cash there. Just over 4k for all that. Right, let's lighten the load here a little. So 248 versus 258. Now, yes, remember that the 05. No. I don't want to arm it. I want to look at it. Am I in the wrong place for that? Excuse me. Or do I... Do I have to put it in here? To then... Yeah, there we go. To modify it. So I need... that to come off. How do I get rid of it? Can I get rid of it? Look how comically large that is. Are you telling me I can't take that off now? Do I come in here? I can increase damage with it if I want, but I can't take this off. I can't click middle button or right click to... No, action blocked. What? It's on there forever? I can unequip it. And then I can equip it again, or I can drop it, but I can't remove that. That's crazy. So would I have to... I would, wouldn't I? Maybe I would have to put one mod on and then try and put another mod on, and it would say, okay, well, if you want to put that on, you've got to get rid of one. I've not really tested that yet. Can you tell? I've only been playing this for like 90 plus hours, and there are still things I don't know. So that's that. Maybe I'm just... maybe I'm stuck with it on for now then. I mean, look, we saw the effect of it, where with one hit they weren't killed, but they were downed quite effectively, and then I could go in and finish them afterwards. You know, not finish them off. Come on now. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Okay, so okay, fine. I'll put that back in stash anyway because it's heavy as. And we'll go back to the katana for now. Right. Put it away. No one wants to see that. Back to stash. Then we'll put some stuff away. Okay, here we go. So, drop that carry weight. In D4, gems are removed when the item is salvaged. Thanks, 5. If I ever play D4, I'll do just that. Have I got 2 power precisions? Oh, I do. Physical, chemical. Okay, fine. Reduces weapon sway. Do I really need to be carrying that around? It was kind of fun to use. Two, 3, 1 of 3, 3, 6. I don't need all of these. Thermal and burn. How much burn? 6% burn. We'll tuck that one away. We'll play with these. Hold on to the Lizzie. This Lexington. Tuck that away. Maybe that as well. Right, that can be our base. Still need to play with some of these before I get rid of them, I think. And clothes. I don't know, 205. 205. I'll leave. Wow, I've been goofing around in menus for ages. Let's go to the bar up here. See if there's anything good. It's that cowboy guy. He gets everywhere. I wonder if there are any doors here I can open. Hey, fellas. This is where I start nosing around thinking, well, what can I do here? Oh, yeah, that's the tarot thing that I've already looked at. Okay. Bar. How's the vibe in the bar today? We can have a chat. Can't go behind there, whatever that is. Are you two together? All right, let's chat to this guy. Hey,
Most
dude.
of the customers you get here just passing through?
Lately, a lot of nomads among them.
Oh, I'm one of them.
From the road, stop here to throw back a few, maybe 10.
They don't like going into Night City sober or what?
That's a strong possibility.
Oh, banter.
Could use a drink.
Sure thing. What'll it be?
What do you got? Oh, look at that. Tofu, tuna, and pineapple pizza. Also, locust pepperoni and artichoke and avocado. That's why young kids can't buy houses, etc. You know that joke. Mint spunky monkey. Yeah, go on then. Just one. I mean, I've got low tier, right? I don't need any more than that. But it's important to support the local economy, which is what I've done. Pizzas, TV. That's kind of it. You never know whether a location like this would spawn a random event. We've had things like that before. I barely touched that bin, officer. You remember when I blew up Sleeping Guy before? That was a big accident. I apologise. Hey, hang on a minute, this is green. I can nose around here. Is this, like, can I stay here for free? Would I want to? Is probably the question. Pain editors and mortality rates. Okay, I'll have a quick look at this. Implant known as the pain editor is cyberware that reduces or even entirely eliminates pain. I think we might have read this. Neural coprocessor that inhibits the signals sent from nociceptors to brain. Yeah, okay. Some models also reduce symptoms of fatigue. Greater resistance to physical forms of torture. Some studies have reported pain editor can yield a range of undesirable side effects. In the heat of battle, some users are unaware of the severity of their wounds. Yes, we have read this, yeah. Is that the only thing that I can get here? That or look at myself in the mirror? Can we get a pout? Not feeling the pout today. Okay. Can we get a stare? No, she's not into that. How about a gawk? There it is. Free gawk. And a scowl? Oh, up there, the scowl's good. Yeah, and a smirk. Excellent. That was fun. So, what next? There was another gig nearby. Yes? Here. Agent Saboteur. Sabotage the target. How are we doing for time? We're running out of time today. Although the mines thing didn't take that long. Let's go check it out. Worst comes to the worst, we get an idea of what we're supposed to do, and it might be something I pick up next time.
Did Mom send you?
Do I want to know about your relationship with your mother? He's really upset. He's walked off straight away. Poor guy. Bing, bing, bong. Did Mom send you? Yes. She said hydrate. Oh, so, it's this place. I remember looking at this thinking, I wonder if something will happen here. Damn it, I keep missing my turnings. And wrecking every car I drive around here. Union, Okay, there are people here. There are people here. This is going to be Militech.
V,
Yeah.
I have a job. The urgent kind. Someone is yanking my friend's drones out of the sky. Check out the coordinates. Find out who is responsible. The details are attached.
Wraiths. Okay. Let's check the messages. Dakota. Missing drones. Eliminate the cause for drone disappearance. A good friend of mine, Mosquito, is running an op in the Badlands. He packs a chem shipment in a drone and sends it off to the city. Okay. So they're not making roost at the destination, so their signals are being blocked or they're being picked off, something like that. We sent the last drone with the GPS tag. The thieves took the bait and were getting pinged from the transmitter. Follow the ping. Make sure the Mosquito's birds can fly free once again. Okay. All right. Oh boy, there's this really should be stealth, this, right? Wouldn't that be great if I could actually make that work for once? Hey, surveillance camera, hello. Let's breach protocol first. So if we go 1C, 55, 55, BD takes us all the way back up to the top. We need a 7A. There would give us that. Right, okay. BD for the crossover, 7A, and then 1C there, and they're done. And camera control now comes at a discount. Let's scope out the place. What's the deal? What is the deal? Where's the surveillance camera? Here we go. So this will help us scope the area out. Did you forget your keys? Anything else to worry about here? Explosive. See, if this guy stood near there and you set the explosive, gotta be dead, right? Gotta be. That's it, look at it. All clear, floodlights. Right by a door. Okie dokie. Not much else here. Crate stack. Is that on the other side? It must be, because I can't. How can I even see that then? The inside. Oh, there's peoples. So the place is crawling with wraiths. Oh, hello. Who are you? Well, we'll mark you off then. That was lucky. Oh, that could be the crate stack. Another door. Good opportunity to mark a lot of people off. That might not have been possible otherwise. Security turret, you're dangerous. Doesn't cost much to turn them off though. Just one ram. We can see a lot from here though. That's my car. Whoa, big crane. Turret. More people. There may be a closer view. Not quite from this angle. There are many levels. That much I can see. Oh, there are those two. Where's this? I might have marked everybody off. Is that a security camera over there? Yeah, I've had access to that one. Okay. Cool. So everyone is marked out. 2 people over there would need separating. Turrets will need deactivating. Which I'll do now. Will they notice? They're quite close, right? Would they notice if I deactivated that? Oblivious. The lack of professionalism is astounding. And there's that one over there that I can't make out. Okay, so if I come out of there... This turret. Turn that off. And there's a Goliath. Hello there. I don't think I'd noticed you before. So that should be everybody marked out. Two there. Around this side it's quieter, so it'd be easier to pick off individuals. There's one round there that you could probably pick off without those two over there noticing you. Separating those two could be tricky. Might need whistle for that. Okay. So we know what we have to do. We've scoped the area out. But we are at time, so this will be something I think that we save up and we come back to right off the bat when we come back for more Cyberpunk on Tuesday. Here we go. Game saved. Gig flying drugs. 95 hours now and 12 minutes. Level 7. Level 31, not 71. That would be amazing, wouldn't it? I saw that 7 over there. And my brain fried. Level 31 Nomad. That's that. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Time, ladies and gentlemen. Glasses. That was a good evening, actually. I enjoyed that. Hope you did as well. What did we do? We dealt with a flipping sandstorm. Cyberpsycho. Lots of mines. Car. God, time flew, didn't it? Judy's got some more work for us, so that's something else to do. But I'm doing this gig first, and then maybe I will consider answering Judy's call and picking up the remainder of that. That's, well, I guess it's it would be a side job, wouldn't it? That. Tangentially, it's kind of forked off one of the main jobs. But we are saved. We are done. Let's back out of that game there. Thank you for your service, Cyberpunk. Another good evening, I think. And yeah, the schedule for Cyberpunk remains Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. UK time. Loads more of this to do, as you can see. For those of you who have checked out the channel for the first time this evening, thank you very much. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for the follows too from Invid and Wabbit. I will put this out there. What are we looking at? A little under 3 years ago now. Towards the end of 2020, I started playing Death Stranding. I put in, on stream, 250 plus hours into Death Stranding. Okay, and we've done 95 in Cyberpunk. So just think about what that might mean. We are taking the scenic route and having an awful lot of fun in the process. So there'll be plenty more of this to come Tuesday and Thursday next week, 7 p.m. UK time. High level, hello. The good old D's, the good old day indeed.
Hey there! Hey, mine's heavier.
Right on.
There we go. Some of the old school sounds there for you. Yeah, let's do the, because I've got to catch up on highlights, right? And then actually I'll mention this. So what happens with this playthrough and a lot of other playthroughs is the VODs get cut down into highlights and they stay on this channel forever. Twitch don't get rid of them, right? The VODs, they go away after 60 days. But the highlights remain, so you can go way back in time and see a lot of the playthroughs. And there are some playthroughs which are also going over to my YouTube channel. So the F1 playthroughs are over there, the Silent Hill playthroughs are over there, the Death Stranding playthroughs over there. Also this, on a bit of a delay to be fair, but the kind of the past highlights of the Cyberpunk playthrough are also over on YouTube. So if you're interested in watching out previous gameplay and chit chat and farting about, and the way that the kind of the highlights and the VODs here don't really work for you, then they're over on YouTube as well. Right, okay, so for the benefit of the highlights, just so I can do the thing and then we'll chat some more. The next Cyberpunk stream, Tuesday, next week, Tuesday, 7 p.m. UK time, we will pick up exactly where we left off with this side gig. And let's see if I can properly commit to stealth again.